Hi guys, I'm a bulk tipper driver and I'm going to do a few short videos on the type of work we get up to, which could be varied to anything. It may be of interest if you're an HGV driver and you're thinking about making a move over to this side of work, or whether you're just the general public and you have an interest in HGVs and you wonder what goes on when a truck goes through the gates and you never get to see that bit. Well, this is your opportunity to see what goes on behind those gates. Our job today is a run from New Holland. We're picking up a load of soya, which is used in animal food, and we're going to run it over to Goole. So just over these level crossings and we'll be here. These are actually in use, and you're guaranteed at some point when you come out, you're sitting for 20 minutes for a train to pass with one passenger on. I think it's the first stop on the route. Right, this driver here on the right has seen me coming around and he's decided to wait. Somebody with his brain switched on, because two trucks trying to get past that bit, it's very tight. It's nice to see another driver thinking ahead. Right, our first job is to get on the weighbridge and have the truck weighed. That's the first one weighed in. Now this one. We'll just pull a bit further forward. And when we get on the weighbridge, we'll hand them all our paperwork, tells them where the stuff's going to and all the order numbers to make sure we are supposed to be picking up. Very important to get the truck weighed on the way in, and that way you have your weight of the truck empty. Okay, we're all weighed in now and we're being told which shed to go to. It's just around this corner. We're being told it's in shed 3, bay 13. And at the moment there's a boat just in front of us which you cannot see, docked up, and they are taking off soya off that, running along those above our head, the conveyor belts, and it'll run along and into the shed. That one just above us there, it'll run along that one and into the shed here. And you're talking, depending on the size of the boat, could be 200,000 tons. These doors here are automatic. You've just got to get right up to them and then they will start to open. If you look on the right hand side, that's the shed we want. And you might get a glimpse of it as we pass. All stacked up nice and neat as it's dropping off the conveyor belt from the roof. Nice little piles there. All we have to do is get in here, get nice and straight. The trailer I've got on this week isn't my trailer. This one is an older one, but it does have an electric sheet, which does make the job a lot easier. Press a button and it'll open, as you'll see in a minute when I change the camera view, so you get a good view of what's going on behind. Right, press a button and there you go. My sheet, You have to do that with a big metal key and wind it all by hand, which on future videos you will see, because I've only got this trailer for a week while mine's in for a repair. Right, there's now a big loading shovel inside that shed, and we're just going to reverse it back and load the front. Always important to load the front first, because the trailer doesn't sit on the chassis for the last 2 or 3 inches, and we do have a weigher in the cab which tells you roughly the weight you've got on. So if it's sitting in the air, it gives you a false weight. So once you get that first load in, you drop it down and it'll sit flat on the chassis, and you'll get a good idea of the weight. Even though the big buckets on this machine, it does take quite some time. So I'll just keep back a minute and come back to you when it's nearly done. That's the first half done. He's give us a little beep to move forward, and when I get into a position he likes, he'll beep twice for us to stop. Now he's just going to load up the back. We are looking to get roughly around 28 ton, about 300 kilos. Then that'll take us up to the maximum of 44 ton approximately. It is getting a bit fuller now, so you kind of just throw it in. Once it gets this one in, it should just need topped up. But only about 2 ton away. So I'm just giving them a few signals just to tell them I only need 2 ton, and I'm back in the truck, and I'll beep the horn when it's at the right weight. Because if you go over, you will be over your 44 ton, and it's against the law. So the company will not let you out. You will have to come back and tip off the excess, which is just more work. Right, I've given them a beep, tell them that's all I need. Now this product is higher than the trailer, so we'll just flatten it down a little bit. What we'll do is a shunt. We'll just drive forward and put the brakes on. Give it 2 for good measure, because if you go to put the sheet on and it's higher than the body, it will just shove it all off and over the side and all over the floor. And you normally find that machine men don't like that, because they've got to sort it out. That's another product in that bay. All different products in the bays. We're at the other end now, and there's an automatic door here, so we're just waiting for this one to open. You don't realise how dark it is in there until you come out into the light. We'll just pull up along here and put our sheet on. Right, we're back to the in-cab view now. It's all sheeted up, and make our way around to the weighbridge, and then we'll get weighed out. What they'll do this time is weigh the truck again and get the total weight of the truck and the product, and then they'll take our first weight away from this weight, which will give us the exact weight of the product we have inside. That way they know how much product's left their premises and how much to charge the customer. The place we are going to doesn't have anywhere near as much room as this place. There's someone just pulled out from around the corner. He's just been tipping off, and he's beat us on the weighbridge. So we'll just get ourselves into position and wait until he moves off, and we'll move on. He's all done. Let's hand our paperwork back in, and we'll get the final weight stamped on it. Barriers up, got our paperwork, everything's good, and now we're off. Back out exactly the same way as we came in. We'll be going back out of here along the M180, up the M18, and one junction on the M62 to Goole. We do have right away here. It's about a 1 hour run, so I'll save the battery on the camera and we'll come back when we get there. And as if by magic, we're here. We are now at Goole Docks. We just want to turn right here. Place we're delivering to is just down the street on the right hand side. It is a little bit bumpy when you come in. And it's the same procedure here. Up on the weighbridge so they can weigh you in and weigh you back out. because I want to make sure we haven't took any product on the way over. Okay, that's us weighed in. Now we'll have to go around and tip it off. Don't think most of these places are designed for Arctics. They are very tight. And the potholes don't get any better on the way up. If you look to the right, coming up, there's a doorway. That's it there, and that's where we're going to reverse into. Not the biggest of spaces. And I'll change the camera view so you can see the reverse back. Right, a little bit better camera view for you. The only bad thing about this is you're reversing into a dark building from very light outside, so you can't see anything until you're inside the shed fully. It's all lined up and then hopefully straight back. Question is, will it go in one go? As you can see, the roof is very low, so you have to be careful not to bump it. Nope, I've got to pull forward a little bit. The mirror was just going to catch the doorway, so we'll just move it over 6 inches and back it in again. Front bit of the shed is very low, so you can't lift it up here. But inside is a bit higher. You still can't get the full height, otherwise you will smash it through the roof, so you have to be very careful. Now in position, I'll just jump out, undo all the locks on the back door, and we'll start tipping it up. and we'll just let gravity do its work. There we go, it's starting to go. Nice slow control. You don't want it coming out too fast because you do have a lot of height and they are unstable and they do tip over quite easily. That's as high as we can get it without hitting the roof. So we'll just move forward and let the product drop out. It's a nice dry product, comes out no problem, unlike some stuff we do. Right, that's all out, looks good. We'll just drop it back down. This is where I get out and have a quick look in the back. Thumbs up for the camera. Just double checking all the product is out, because we don't want to lock the back door, drive off and then find out we've got 400 or 500 kilos sitting in the back. Some places we do go to, and I've been in, the sheds are about a quarter of this height, and they expect you to go in and tip off. Right, now we'll head back to the weighbridge and we'll get weighed out. And this was our last job for the day. So we're on the weighbridge, we're weighed out. So now we'll go off, and like I say, it's our last job. Feeling a little bit peckish, so we'll go and get some supplies from your favourite high street supermarket. Can you guess what it is? Just let this car pass, we'll get a bit of room. And it's Lidl's. So if you did like this video, guys, like and subscribe. I've got another one coming shortly, which is just dash cam footage of going to a notorious farm in Wales, and trucks do get stuck and you have to get a wrecker to get them out. And yes, I did get into a little bit of bother. So do I get out or do I have to get a wrecker? Like and subscribe and find out in the next video, guys. Thanks for watching this one. Hope it's been of some interest.